Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ashley, co-founder of Jezreel Resource Management, where we help diasporans repatriate to Ghana with ease. So today we are going to be getting into a very interesting article that I have found. And y'all, it's crazy. This is absolutely insane. And it's also something that me and mom were talking about, a while back. And it has to do with your DNA and these DNA testing kits. And so we all know that in the past few years, the DNA testing kit craze, I guess, has really bloomed and it has expanded. And 23andMe is one of the primary DNA testing kit companies that was out there, promoting their stuff. People, they pay around $200 and they send you a Q-tip, a little swab or whatever. You're supposed to like put it in your cheek, or some companies ask you to spit into a tube or something, and they want your DNA, and then you send it back to them, and they're supposed to be testing your stuff to see your ancestry. Ancestry.com is another one. Even African ancestry is another one that a lot of us have done. And so these companies, they take your DNA, they have it shipped back to their place, they do their little whatever they do, figure out where you're from, and then they send you the results. But what happens to your DNA afterward? Like this is always a this is always a question that I've had, and no doubt this is a question that a lot of you have had. Like, what is going on with it? What are y'all storing it? Like, are y'all using it? Are y'all what is it for? And so, this article that I have here, I'm sure you guys can read the title. The California Attorney General issued a stark warning to 15 million 23andMe users as bankruptcy looms. Quote, delete your data. Now, it's a lot to take in just off of this title. But the Attorney General for California is telling people who have used 23andMe DNA testing kit company to reach out to the company and tell them to delete my data, please, because the company is on shaky waters and they're not sure if they're going to survive or not. So let's read a little bit about what they're saying here. It says that California's Attorney General has urgently warned customers of 23andMe to purge their genetic data from the company's databases over uncertainty where it may end up if the firm goes bankrupt. It said, given 23andMe's reported financial distress, I remind Californians to consider invoking their rights and directing 23andMe to delete their data and destroy any samples of genetic material held by the company, Attorney General Rob Bonta said in a statement on Friday. The company had been synonymous with at-home genetic testing for more than a decade, providing more than 15 million customers with a wide range of personal health and ancestry data. 15 million is a lot of people. They got like everybody DNA is just chilling somewhere in a storage facility. It says users would provide a saliva sample, so they do ask for your spit, and mail it back to the company for detailed laboratory analysis at a cost of around $200. It says, for a time, the company was a runaway success, valued at $6 billion as recently as 2020. It said, then apparently it tried to expand too fast into drug research and pharmaceutical partnerships, while a data breach created concerns about users' information. And so let's pause right there. And so, I mean, there's something to be said about a quote unquote DNA testing company trying to expand into drug research and pharmaceutical partnerships. No, that's not sitting right with me. Maybe I don't even think it's just me. Y'all tell me what y'all think. But that's something very suspicious. So now they have people's DNA samples that's chilling in their warehouse facility, and they want to expand into drug research and pharmaceutical partnerships. And you think that they're not using or testing on, people's DNA and their data. But okay. But apparently they tried to expand too fast into those areas. And also, surprise, surprise, they had a data breach. And the data breach has sparked concerns about people's data. So already, I think this was back in 2023, they had a data breach at their facility. Now, how that affected people's genetic data, I don't know. And no doubt customers also do not know. People just tell you, oh, yeah, we had a data breach, but everything's okay now. But now, 2 years later, they're on the verge of bankruptcy. Continuing on, it says the bottom dropped out for the one time Silicon Valley darling as its share price has cratered and the firm is now in danger of collapsing. So, if y'all use 23andMe, this is what the company looked like. Ooh. It says the company's share price hovered over about $320 in February of 2021, but has since slid to less than $2 a share. it's it's now less than $2 a share, but at its peak, it was like $320 a share. Y'all, this company is tanking, and it's tanking fast. If you have used 23andMe for your DNA testing, which I know that a lot of people have, it was very popular. Please contact them, contact the company, and tell them, please delete my data. Like, I don't even know how that process works. I think they get into it at the end of this article, though. So let's continue reading. It says now thorny questions are being raised about the fate of millions of customers' most sensitive data if the business goes belly up. The firm experienced the data breach in 2023, which led to concerns over how well users' information is safeguarded. And obviously, it was not safeguarded well. Under California's Genetic Information Privacy Act, companies must obtain explicit consent for the collection, use, and disclosure of any genetic data. Now, this is a statewide act, and so it's not a federal mandate. And so, if you're living outside of California, please also make sure that you're making a concerted effort to contact 23andMe to delete your genetic data. It says in 2022, or the 2022 law also guarantees consumers the right to access or delete their data at will. And this is what the DNA testing kit looks like. It looks very familiar to a lot of us. It says Volta said customers can permanently delete their 23andMe data by logging into their account, accessing the settings menu, and navigating to the data section. Clicking View will give users access to the Delete Data section, where the option to permanently delete data will appear. So he tells you the process of how to delete your data online by going to their situation. It says going through this process will auto-generate an email from the company confirming the request, which users must click to verify before the data will be deleted. And so after you go through this process on their app or on their site, they're going to automatically send you an email, which you have to then go into the email and verify that, yes, please delete all of my data. And supposedly, prayerfully, they will do that. It says, that's it. Bonta noted in his statement. And I think that's the end of this article. Okay, guys. I know that I probably put a lot on you guys to take in. This is really intense, and I'm not sure why a lot of people are not talking about this because it's pretty important, I would think. 23andMe, it was a very important or prominent, I should say, DNA testing kit company, and millions, here it says 15 million. Millions of people have used their services. And so they have the genetic DNA of a lot of people. And for them to just go belly up, if they happen to follow on this vein and go through bankruptcy, what happens to your DNA? They have it. It's stored somewhere. A lot of people have these issues and these concerns when it comes to, let's say, social media platforms and just your digital information, your full name, your address, maybe your phone number. We all know that companies sell this information to third parties, to get, dollars or for advertising, for marketing, whatever reasons that they sell them. But when it comes to your genetic DNA, I mean, it doesn't get any more personal than that. Like that's literally your insides that they have. Like they have it and it's in a facility somewhere. And yes, they are able to sell it to third party consumers. People are interested in that sort of information, that sort of data. Now, what would you think that a company would do if they're facing bankruptcy and potential closure? Would they sell to third party companies, or would they just, oh, well, we're just going to put fire to all of these genetic DNAs that we have and just quietly go into, I don't know, the abyss or something? Look, please, if you have used 23andMe, please make a concerted effort to contact the company. Go through the steps that the Attorney General here has mentioned. Let me go back down to where the steps are. Okay, so access their platform, go to the settings menu, go to the data section, and then go to delete data. And then they're going to send you an email, and yes, you have to confirm that you want them to permanently delete your data. And even after that, if you're still feeling like, this don't seem like it's enough for me, don't hesitate to contact the company and inquire about your data and your account with them. And so this was a very shocking article that I came across that I definitely wanted to share with you guys. I myself have gotten my DNA tested, me and mom. Although we did not use 23andMe, I know that it is very common to use these DNA testing kits among our people because a lot of us are confused about our ancestry and we just don't know. And so this was a very it was exciting for a lot of us to go through these different testing companies and do these different kits. But now we're facing this situation where it can get a little shaky with what happens to our DNA now. And so let's 100%, if you use that company, contact them, reach out to them. And also, if you used another company and this article just made you think, like, hold up, what are they doing with my data? Don't hesitate to reach out to that company as well. And so I pray that this article and that this video was helpful to you guys. And if you're new here and you're wanting to be a part of this family, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so you can be notified when new videos are posted. If you like this video, hit the like button and leave a comment down below about what you guys think about this article, about 23andMe, about all of these different DNA testing kit companies. Like, what are your thoughts? Let me know down below. And I will see you guys next time in another video. Until then, bye.